Hey guys, Brian here. Welcome back to the shop. Got a bit of a challenging one here today, and I'm going to go over with you how I get it done. You can do it however you want, but this is how I do it. What I've got is a contour that I have to bore to match this impeller, and this impeller is an unknown value. I don't have the cover that matches this to copy it from, and it's a custom cut on this in order to meet some special rule requirements. So what I gotta do is determine what this profile is and then duplicate it in the cover, plus a little bit for clearance so it doesn't rub. So I'm gonna show you how I go about essentially tracing this with the DRO and then taking that trace and putting it into the other part and making them match up, and hopefully it all works out. Usually does. So hopefully filming it this time won't mess it all up, but we'll see how it goes. So let me get you over here where you can see a little bit better what's going on and less of me, and we'll get at it. Alright, so hopefully I've got you set up where you can see what I'm doing here. And what I've done is zeroed against this back face, and now I'm coming out and I'm profiling this distance from this face because that's going to be my zero on both parts. And what I do is come out a certain amount of X and then find out where it touches that wheel and write that down, and that's how I'll step bore this, and then I'll go back in and blend it all. So right now I've gone a 25 thousandths increment. So roll this in here. Till it touches there. Come out another 25. Another 25. One 250. So I'll continue on with this, and when I get my chart completed, I'll show it to you, and then we'll get to work on the cover. Alright, so here's the results of the trace. I guess I'd call this M code for manual machinists. So now all I gotta do is chuck the cover up and zero out on it and turn to these numbers and blend it in, and I should have a reasonably good fitting cover. So let me get this switched out and we'll do that. Alright, so my first cut here is the face cut, which should be at a depth of 1/100. So let me get that dialed in here. that's the end of playing with the coloring book here. It's got the profile that I need. So now comes the fun part, going in there and blending that out. So let's see what we can get done on that. This is where machining becomes art, I guess. There it is, all blended in. It looks nice. So, get this out of here, get the chips out, and see if it'll fit. Now the shop boss come to give it its inspection. You gonna approve? Look good? Hey, check it out. Well, Bailey's wagged off on it, so I guess it'll be okay. So I'll got the cover on machine there. So that's the machine cover that I've done. Copying the contour from this wheel. Close fit. That's it, it's down. Can't turn it because it's sitting on the wheel, but see it's spinning there. It's not rubbing. If I push it to either side, it's still got clearance, which is good. Let me get the band clamp on here and tighten that up and be sure that doesn't change anything. Well, there it is, all finished up. So I wish I could get y'all down in there to see the clearance, but it's hard to see in person, so it's really hard to see with this camera. But you can see that clearance that's in there around those blades and how it's evenly spaced. Can't really see down that bore there, but see the gap right there a little. Somewhat deceiving because there's a groove cut there, so. But it's a good fit. Should work just fine. So this is ready to go to the balancer. And then it'll be ready to go to Pennsylvania and get tried out. But it all spins good and free and nothing rubbing. And no excessive clearance, so that ought to be that. And even turboified. So that's it. Another project finished. Works like it should. So hope you enjoyed this little bit on me showing you how I do contours, curves on the lathe, doing semi-complex shapes. I mean, it doesn't have to be a curve. You could, you could do an angle or a taper or whatever by the same method of plotting it out and turning the numbers and then going back and blending it in, and you'll be pretty close. I mean, it's not going to be bearing fit kind of accurate, but on something like this where it's a clearance fit, it works just fine. If you're 2 or 3 thousandths off, it's not a big deal here, because this thing, it grows and changes more than that just in operation. So, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I'll catch y'all later.